welcome back to our channel. So I'm back with another cooking video, but this time we only have one recipe because this is a recipe that stands out and I wanted to just film it and upload it because when I do a what's for dinner it takes like 7 days. So we are making stuffed chicken breasts, okay? So they're gonna be fried rice stuffed chicken breasts, okay? So we have a garlic and onion powder mixture here. We have some Mrs. Dash here, some garlic over there, a half of an onion, some oregano. We have some provolone, and sharp cheddar, sandwich cheese slices. I have these 2 chicken breasts here, 2 huge chicken breasts, but these 2 big chicken breasts are going to make a large quantity. So they're in sandwich bags because I buy the big thing of fresh chicken breasts and then I individually package them in freezer fresh bags and freeze them because obviously we don't eat the whole pack at once, okay? So I have my 2 chicken breasts here. We have the paprika, excuse me you guys if you hear the dishwasher, and we have this chicken flavored fried rice that I got from Aldi. Okay, so these are our seasonings and ingredients that we're going to start off with. I do stuffed chicken 2 different ways. This is the garlic cheese and rice stuffed chicken. I do another one with spinach, tomato, other stuff. So one day I'll do that recipe as well, but tonight we're doing the fried rice one, okay? And it's very easy, it's very filling, and let's get started. So can we just take a minute to address this winter storm in the dead of what should be spring or the beginning of spring? It's beautiful nonetheless, so great view while I'm cooking. Just can't believe it. But we have our butter here in our skillet. This is actually garlic butter and it has parsley inside of it. So we're going to add some freshly chopped garlic that we have here to this mixture, and we're going to saute it along with some onions. So now we're adding the onions once that butter and that garlic has cooked down a little. And then you add your heavy cream to make the sauce. The sauce is just butter, garlic, onions, heavy cream, and Parmesan cheese. So we're adding our Parmesan cheese here. And it's going to make it even thicker, excuse me. And then we're going to set it to the side, because once we cook our rice, we're going to add this cream sauce to the rice. So again, there's that chicken flavored fried rice that we have from Aldi, and we're going to add this rice to a microwave safe glass bowl. You can also cook this rice on top of the stove, but I just throw it in the microwave because it's already in the bowl and it's easier. As soon as you take it out, we just add our cream sauce to it. We're going to get 2 cups of water to add to this rice. Make sure it's 2 cups. Alright, so we got our 2 cups and we're going to pour it in. The good thing about this rice for this recipe, it's a bit creamy on its own, so you want to put the cream in there and it goes perfectly. Now if you want the traditional fried rice texture, you want to cook it in the microwave or in a pot first and then throw it in the skillet, because if you do it in a bowl, it's gonna be creamy. So we got our chicken here and we're going to wash the chicken, or just rinse it off, make sure it's clean, and fillet these chicken breasts. Once we fillet the chicken breast, we'll then get all the fat off the pieces, the smaller pieces individually, and get all the yucky parts off that we do not want. That's just something that I do. I like to do that once I fillet them. It may be your preference to do it before you fillet the chicken breast, that's just my preference to do it after. Okay, so it's very important how you fillet the chicken breast, because that's going to make a big difference on how your pieces fit together once we begin to stuff the chicken. So you want to get like even pieces out of each chicken breast, pieces that will fit on top of one another, because we're going to stuff them like a sandwich. It's going to be chicken on the bottom and chicken on the top. So you see all the pieces here, and I'm trying to match them with other pieces that they'll fit with, so that when I put the stuffing on, I'll have a piece that matches on top. So here are our beautiful chicken breasts, all filleted and ready to be stuffed. So now we're going to get back to the stuffing, okay? So we added the cream sauce to the rice, and we're just stirring it up, making sure it's evenly distributed in that rice. And we're going to get to stuffing. I usually use Colby Jack, but I didn't have any Colby Jack. I'm seasoning it right now with the garlic powder and onion powder mixture. Make sure each chicken breast has all the seasonings that you want on there. I added salt before I went in with the garlic and the onion powder mixture. Now we're taking that Mrs. Dash and seasoning our breast. They say hindsight is 20/20, so looking back, I would have seasoned the breasts first and then stuffed them to make sure that they were like evenly seasoned, but it was still just as delicious. But that's just a little tip if anyone is going to try this recipe. And lastly, after the Mrs. Dash, we went in with the oregano on top. Well, not lastly, because we're going to do paprika now. It's going to give it a little smoked flavor, a little grilled flavor, even though we're not making it on the grill. Okay, so there's our chicken breast, all stuffed, all seasoned, all ready to go. The easiest way to cook this is in the oven, but of course I opted not to do it the easiest way. I'm going to cook these in a skillet on the stove, because it's probably in my head, but I just feel like the meat comes out juicier and tender, and more tender when you cook it in the skillet on top of the stove, and it gives it a better flavor to me. That's just my preference. So we added butter to our skillet, and there was the remainder of the juices from the cream sauce in there. So we added butter to that and some chicken broth, as you can see. And you have to be very careful when you flip these if you decide to do them in the skillet. You can just pop them in the oven and it's easier. But we added the same thing to this pan. There wasn't enough room in the other pan. And there they are. So you see some of the rice coming out into that butter and chicken broth mixture. It looks so delicious, and it was. Alright, so there are our chicken breasts after we flipped them twice. Left them on each side for 10 minutes and flipped them over. And here's our lonely breast in the other pan. And here is our stuffed chicken breast. Just sprinkle a little sharp cheddar on top. I ate mine with some sour cream and it was delicious. Easy recipe. There's rice in it, there's chicken in it, there are peas and carrots inside the rice. Your vegetable, your protein, and your starch all in one dish, okay? So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Check out our channel for other cooking videos. I'll put some of the links in the description box down below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, we love you guys, appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoy this recipe. And thanks for watching.